Yosemite. This is one of the most beautiful national parks in the USA. It's also one of the most visited national parks, which will make reserving a campsite from spring, summer, and fall nearly impossible. But what about December, the beginning of winter? In this video, I will be using my cold weather overlanding gear and camp out at the Upper Pines campground, which is open all year round. I just checked the campsites right now in real time, and there's a lot of availability. Let's be honest, most campers are unwilling to cold weather camp, so I'm not concerned about this video causing a surge of traffic into Yosemite during the wintertime. The Upper Pines campground is located in the heart of the Yosemite Valley. Elevation is 4,000 feet, so it's kind of rare that you're going to see snow. And in wet weather, temps are still at around 30 degrees Fahrenheit. One piece of gear that I use to make cold weather camping enjoyable is my Gazelle T4 tent. This thing is about 8 foot by 8 foot and 6.5 feet tall. MSRP is $349, and by the way, I'm not sponsored by this company. This is a popular tent though. There's other variations, other different brands that kind of prioritize warmth over this brand. Like for example, the Shift Pod. You're going to pay more money, but if you truly want a 4-season pop-out tent like this, then check out Shift Pod. Something this size, you're probably going to spend about $1,000. Later on in this video, you will see me running a propane fire can inside this tent. So just know that you'll see right here that there's ventilation even if you don't open up any of the windows. The ceiling is going to have ventilation. On a cold night like this, once you step into this tent, it's going to feel substantially warmer, even without a heater. So in case you're not familiar with my channel, I use this Gazelle tent not to sleep in, but to just hang out until it's time to go to bed. I use this a lot earlier in the year during historic California snowfall, and it worked out great. This night won't be nearly as cold. Because the Gazelle tent is a large long item, I placed it on top of this heavy-duty Harbor Freight rear hitch cargo tray. This one is a lot more robust than my previous basket, and it's all connected to the Dirtcom Trailswing. This is a swing-away tire carrier that has an attachment to connect things like a rear hitch basket. Now I do have the first generation version, and as you can see, it's been holding up pretty darn good. Nowadays it's upgraded with tweaks, improvements, and this solid billet steel tongue that goes into the rear hitch. I don't believe anyone else is offering this in a rear hitch tire carrier. And now it's time to deploy the rooftop tent. This is made by Centori Outdoors, and the model of this tent is the Outdoorsman XL Plus. This thing is 82 inches in length. It is 57 inches in width on the exterior, 55 inches width interior, so that's about a full-size mattress, but it's going to be longer, right? The nice thing about this tent is the back pops out, so you have extra headroom and space. It gives you like a good 20 to 30% more space. When this thing is closed, the interior is about 6 inches tall, 4 inches on the bottom, 2 inches on top. So this is a decent amount of storage space. I'm able to leave my really thick negative 25 degree sleeping bag up there, sheets, heated blanket, and some other stuff. I leave my pillows in there too. The downside to this tent is it's 177 pounds. Some of the newer tents are going to be made of lighter materials, and they're also made lower profile. But I think these companies are forgetting that people are going to want to store stuff inside the rooftop tent. So, kind of a missed opportunity. Hopefully, somebody gets it right. Yep, here it is. The microwave. I know some of you aren't a fan of the microwave, but also I know a lot of you have purchased a Walmart microwave after seeing me use it, and I don't blame you. It's convenient, and it doesn't have any of the weaknesses of a gas stove. Have you ever tried cooking in a blizzard? You'll need some good shelter and refuge from the wind. But also, you'll need to stay warm. And when your food is cooked, it's going to get cold real fast. With a microwave, I can just have it in my back seat, heat something up, and have a warm meal before going to bed. But yeah, I get it. To run a microwave, you need to have a power station. And this is the perfect time for me to tell you about a Christmas promotion that EcoFlow is having. You could save an additional 5% off with my code 05XMASJONDZ. This will save you an additional 5%, so even if something is on sale, you get an extra 5% off. So honesty and keeping things real is a big part about my channel. And I will say that even though this microwave is rated for 700 watts, when it's running, check this out. The output is a consistent 18 to 1120.
Okay, you pick a movie then.
Okay, let's see.
It's good.
Actually pretty good food, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Some Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm. Actually good. Huh?
Yeah, you can sip it.
No, you take it as a shot. You like to sip it? You have to.
Well, it's good enough to where I can sip it. And now to show you the Ignik Fire Can. Again, not sponsored. Bought this at REI for about $130, I think. And I love the packaging. The hose is right here. And then this actually doesn't come with any stones or logs. You have to buy that separate. So here's something that's neat. And this does get kind of cut up on the bottom here, but This is a quick connector. I just kind of pull on the collar, insert, and then release, and it's quickly connected. Now I'm just going to grab that 20-pound propane canister, screw that in, then I'm good to go. Now running a propane fire can be very dangerous if something catches fire, so make sure you're alert, attentive, and aware of your surroundings. Make sure to bring along a fire extinguisher. This should always be part of your overlanding car camping kit. Some things to point out is that heat is going to travel upwards, especially from a flame or some kind of gas heater. So it's going to make this table that I have pretty warm. Make sure to open up some windows for ventilation. You could run this Ignik Fire Can at a medium setting with all the windows opened, and it would still be about 75 to 80 degrees. And this is going to be camping in a low wind scenario like camping at the Yosemite Upper Pines campground. The valley protects you from the wind. One thing the Ignik Fire Can needs is some kind of aluminum cap, just to make this whole setup a bit safer. Now it's time to go to bed, and I get to test something out. I'm going to be using this electric heating pad. It's now going to be powered by the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, which has a lot more capacity compared to my older power stations. Inside this bag is my CPAP machine, and I'm going to use this carabiner to clip it onto one of the ceiling support bars. This gets it vertically up out of the way. I thought this was a pretty good idea, and now the wife's coming up. We get settled in and clip an iPad to the ceiling so we can watch more Netflix. Should we wake up now?
Too cold, baby. Too cold. You're even awake.
It's 8:30.
It is. So we've been in bed more than 12 hours.
I already microwaved it.
Is it warm?
Yeah. It's good.
Okay, you said so.
Appreciate it.
It's a fat burger.
Okay. There's another group. A little powwow. Huh?
got into?
I know, right? Super sad fall. Very sad. Wah, 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 wah. So just gonna document this. It's 4:31 and 34. I've actually dropped a couple because I think this is running because when it runs AC, it drops automatically. All right, so the cold does make electronics, especially batteries, work funny. And so what we're seeing here is this iPad, a 2-year-old iPad. It says charging was on hold due to iPad temperature. So the cold is limiting the charging right now. So this actually, even though it's plugged in, and babe, this should be plugged in. So even though it says that it's charging, make sure you can see that icon here. It's actually not charging. So outside temperature is going to be 44 degrees. And I started charging my EcoFlow Delta Max at around 4:30 or 4:31 or something like that. And let's go take a look here. Even though LFP batteries they're able to operate in cold and hot temperatures, it looks like in a 1-hour time frame, this is just recharging at 11% per hour, where it really should be recharging at about 20% per hour, right? Because it's pulling in 429 watts. Do the math, and it should be recharging at a much faster rate. And I think that has to do with the cold. All right, so here's another thing too, is solar isn't going to recharge the power station here. It's pretty cold during the day. It was around mid 40s to 50 degrees. Actually, for much of the morning up until noon, the temperature here was about 40 degrees. This place is real shaded. There's lots of trees, and there's no way a solar panel is going to be able to get enough sunlight to properly recharge. So that definitely wasn't a good option. Plus, in the wintertime, there is a little tilt to the sun, or the earth is tilted differently to where just in the wintertime you just don't pull in good solar numbers. And car charging is going to be a lot slower. We're talking, 100 watts per hour. My DC to DC converter is pulling in over quadruple that amount, and we just managed to put in another 11%. So right now it's 529. Let's go take a look here. Yeah, we are at 44%. So that's really like 10%. So lots of problems with the cold. But anyways, I think if we just get this to about like 55%, then we should be good. So babe, no microwaving tonight. Yeah.
What are we gonna eat?
No, we're just gonna cook stuff on stovetop. Well, it's not, because we need to conserve our power. Okay. Let's do what we have to do so that we have a heated blanket. Heated blanket's important. Alright everyone, so it's been about 2 hours. It's now
check the oven. It's ready.
almost 6:30.
Hey, excuse me, it's like 90 degrees here.
Gas is hardly one down.
Damn it, John. I thought you got off.
Because it is running on 3 cylinders. And now we're at 57%. So what I did here was I turned off the AC. That seemed to be using a lot of juice. But I will have to turn it back on because my CPAP and heated blanket runs on AC. So not a bad result. I'm going to just run this until it's 7 o'clock. That's generator hours. So another 30 minutes. We'll see how much we get. So it has gone from so it's in 2 hours. It's gone from 34 to 57. That is 23%. A lot slower than the calculations are on paper. But I think, you know, just I guess when it's cold, it just everything's recharged slow. All right, let's continue moving, babe. All right, little update. 7:22. So nearly 3 hours. Let's go see what we're at now as far as charge, because we got to stay warm tonight. We're at 71%. I think that's a pretty healthy amount. That will definitely get us through tonight. But we'll also be extra careful to not waste any electricity until we need it. As far as gas, didn't use too much. Maybe like one little bar. This does run on 3 cylinders when it's idling. All right, let's move to the tent now. Alright, so yeah, as you can hear, there's a lot of that going on, a lot of generators. And, you know, that's why the wife and I and my friends, we all do overlanding, get out to remote locations where you don't have generators running at night or in the middle of the day or whenever. But, you know, this is a kind of a unique experience for us because we're in Yosemite. You can't really primitive camp in Yosemite unless you go backpacking. Want to go backpacking and get into that?
Hey. Can't even buy it.
Hey. So anyways, you know, it was a good experience. I liked biking around here.
I love it.
Hiking around, and yeah, there's gonna be some undesirable things sometimes. But in my opinion, you know, that's what you just got to deal with. It's okay.
Can't do nothing about it.
It just makes you appreciate, you know, the kind of lifestyle that we have, the kind of travel that we do. We just appreciate it more.